I think it's despicable, honestly.
This woman paid a $1,500 deposit to replace part of her fence, but she claims the company never built the fence and won't give her the money back. And it's a company Action 9 has warned you about before.
We didn't expect to have to see you again.
That man, Ron Brown, is the owner of a company called Night Fence. Now, we showed you back in March, a woman paid him more than $2 grand up front for a fence that was never built.
Action on Consumer Investigator Jeff Deal joining us here live in the studio tonight. Jeff, he admitted to you he hasn't paid either customer back in full.
That's correct. Last time he promised to pay the customer back when we caught up with him. That customer said Brown made a couple of payments and then just stopped paying. And he admitted to us he hasn't paid back all that money. We didn't expect to have to see you again. We got another consumer complaint. Heidi Busher says that you took her $1,500 and never built the fence.
We're bankrupt.
Charles Ron Brown. We caught up with him this time to ask about the money Heidi Busher says he owes.
This is the work that he had done.
She needed part of a fence replaced after a storm blew through last year. In January, she signed a deal with Night Fence. She'd used the company before on another part of her fence and felt the work was okay.
Just wanting to support local business. So after that first experience, I didn't have any qualms about giving him repeat business.
But after paying $1,500 for a deposit, getting Night Fence to do the work became a hassle. According to Heidi, there were excuses and delays. Finally, Ron Brown admitted he couldn't do the job and promised to refund her deposit in about a week.
1 week turned into 2, turned into 3.
She said it's now been since April that she last received a response. She texted Ron, "Any update on our refund?" The reply, "Going as fast as possible." In March, you might remember, we showed you Debbie Hendrickson had a similar complaint after paying more than $2,000 up front.
What do you think about somebody who's treating customers like this?
They need to be out of business.
At that time, when we tracked Ron Brown down, he promised to pay Debbie back.
So you're going to give her the $2,400 back?
But Debbie said after he sent a few small payments, Brown stopped responding. Night Fence is F-rated by the Better Business Bureau, with other complaints about him taking money and not doing the work. We also saw last month someone with the same first and last name and middle initial open an LLC for a fencing company with a different name. Its address is listed at the UPS store 2.5 miles from Brown's home. This Charles R. Brown claims, though, it wasn't him.
That's not you?
No.
You're not planning on opening up another business under a different name?
No.
Heidi Busher hopes not. She doesn't want him doing any business anywhere in Florida again.
People need to be aware, but he needs to be stopped. Like, it's just horrible.
What do you want me to say?
Yeah.
What do you want me to say?
We're just trying to get answers from the
If I
consumers.
had the money, I'd give it all back to him. I'd give him back tomorrow. As soon as I have the money, they'll get the money back. Is that okay?
You're going to give them the money back?
Yeah.
We've obviously heard that before. He's also now being sued by businesses that claim he owes them thousands of dollars. And by the way, you heard him say earlier in that story that he's bankrupt. I checked and couldn't find any bankruptcy filings for Night Fence. Live in the studio, Jeff Deal, Channel 9 Eyewitness News.